Hi, this is Pastor Greg, coming to you maybe not live, but alive with hope and anticipation of all the opportunities we have to be God's people in the world. For several weeks, at least the weeks of August 4th and 11th, we're in the Gospel of John, the 6th chapter, where Jesus talks a lot about being the bread of life. Well, what exactly does that mean? You know, there's nothing that smells better, at least in my opinion, than the smell of fresh, homemade buns or bread, those kinds of things. I remember when Mom used to do that. I could smell it for 2 blocks down the way when I get off the school bus. There was nothing like it. But this bread of life stuff that Jesus talks about, what does he mean by that? Well, bread's very important for many things. If you want pizza, a sandwich, or a hot dog, or just some toast, you've got to have some bread first. It's a main staple of many diets. But bread is also featured in many Bible passages. Way back when God's people were wandering around in the desert, God gave them bread, called it manna, to eat. When Jesus was teaching a large crowd, he used a few loaves of bread to feed so many thousands. Well, our time in John 6, takes place after Jesus fed the 5,000. People had started following Jesus around, and they had heard of all these amazing things that Jesus was doing. Yes, they didn't really understand who Jesus was, and they were asking him questions. Jesus called them out. He knew that they were looking for more miracles, and that they were chasing after him because of what he had done in feeding the crowds. They were looking for something for themselves, looking at Jesus for the wrong thing. Jesus told the people, and he makes it clear to us, that there are more important things than food that feeds our physical hunger. As much as we like homemade bread, from this bread pan that turns into buns, or good, fresh, homemade bread, we like all that stuff. But Jesus tells us there's things that are way more important than physical food. And that is he himself. Jesus is the most important thing. Even beyond our physical hunger, Jesus satisfies us beyond what our human comprehension can even get to. Jesus is who and what satisfies us as followers of Christ. He is the one. Yes, our stomachs are going to get hungry. But when we have Jesus, he is there to feed us with way more than just physical hunger. So enjoy your bread, enjoy your meals. We share what we have with others. That's also what we do as followers of Jesus. But when we have Jesus as our bread, we have life, because he is the bread of life. Thanks be to God.